Okay, this is story number 5. Number 5. And last I spoke, I said I would talk about clones. Told you a little bit about a friend of mine. So there'll be several stories regarding this. But what I want to say first, I'll start off by saying that there's a lot going on in this world, seen and unseen. Cloning is one of them. People are being swapped out. Um, like you wouldn't believe. And I also talked yesterday about why it is important that you have an understanding of energies and that you surround yourself with energies that are at your same energetic level or higher. I also would like to say that so cloning is a tactic that I believe, it is my understanding, is being used by the powers that be to ensure that if you are hybrid or reptilian and you are married or dating someone or even friends with someone and you clone them, that you cannot ascend. Because this ascension is just not for humans, it is for everyone. Not everyone is ascending to the 5th dimension, but surely you would like to ascend off the 3rd. Just saying. Once you violate someone and you participate in having them cloned, you can no longer ascend. So, if I were someone who had cloned someone and then I found out this information, I would spend the rest of my life doing good and trying to make up for it, and hopefully the energy will shift enough to elevate me out of the 3rd dimension. That's what I would do. Okay. Cloning is also happening to, so it's happening to people on the planet who, it is my understanding, they haven't stepped into their gifts, they haven't raised their frequency enough. And so, but their light is shining enough to affect the energy on the planet. So the powers that be want to swap those energies out. So it's a win-win. They get to have the person who participates in it or the being who participates in it stuck in this 3rd dimension because they understand that when you violate someone's rights, you will not be able to ascend. So they get you there. That is the trick on you. And then the rights of the human being that you have let them take, they're now off the planet. A clone is there and the energy is not as brilliant or as lit up as the human being who was swapped out. So it is a win-win. So what I'll do is I'll tell you the first time. So I told you about B, her story. And unfortunately, I can't remember if, I think that so she was the first. The second was a beautiful soul. She came to my meditation classes. She had a best friend who she thought was her best friend. And that best friend was aligned with the dark. Um, and you know what? If I'm being honest, I feel like she is a fallen angel and she will not regenerate. She's done some really awful things. And she'll know who I'm talking about. Um, but, so, this beautiful soul, I'll call her, she's come to meditations and she helped me a lot with my store. And she was actually, um, hmm, yeah, I just got something else about her. But so her best friend and her ended up getting renting a house in, let's say, Wildemar or Temecula, up somewhere through the mountains. And they were having a girls' retreat. But it really was never a girls' retreat. It really was always to take her out. And so recall the last time that I saw her. And I remember I was going to go to the house with her and check it out. And that was right around the time I heard they were coming for my daughter. And so my daughter could no longer come to the store. So at that point, I couldn't go to the house with her. Isn't it funny how things happen? And collaborating with us was that fallen angel I told you about, the one who had brought her mom. She was collaborating with us, listening to everything. And yeah, so she knew all the time what was going to happen. And I think when she found out I was going, she wanted to go too. She wanted to see me be taken out. But my ancestors weren't having it. It was never going to go down like that. And so once I said I couldn't go with them to the first day to check out the house, she goes, I can't either. So she opted herself out as well. She, by the way, works for the IRS, which is very suiting. Um, anyway, so when our friend went and she looked at the house, and then that night everything went down. The event went down, and I felt something wasn't right. I just felt it. But went on with the store and the meditations, and life goes on. And then Sunday, when I was home, I called her to find out how everything went. And because she had been saying before she went, she didn't feel good about it. She had to cut off ties with her best friend. Her best friend wasn't who she thought she was. She was getting messages. And I remember saying, don't go. And she goes, I have to. I put too much money into it. That is a downfall. Never let money be the reason you do something. If you feel something, you back out. I don't care if you have thousands in, you back out. Because she had $1,000 or $1,500 invested in it, she went. And that cost her. So no matter how much you invest in something, when you feel something is wrong, back out. Back the fuck out. Okay. So, and she and I had a conversation about her best friend, and I said her energy didn't feel good. Again, fallen. Their energy presents as one way, but eventually you can feel through it, and then you feel something else. And she felt it too. And she's all, I can't be friends with her anymore, da-da-da. And then she was also talking about getting back with her ex-husband, whose energy I felt as well. He was not of light. They were surrounding her. So this was when it first started. Now I can see it right away. But when it first started, now I look back to everything. It was like if she doesn't go, then she'll move with her husband and he'll get her. And they are surrounding. And I will tell a story about a husband who was supposed to take out his wife and he wouldn't because he loved her. Because I don't want these all to be dark. But this particular one was the second time that someone was taken out. So she went to the event and everything. I called her on Sunday, and she said, "Oh my God, it was so good." But her voice seemed different. Her energy seemed different. "It was so wonderful. Oh my God, Mother Gaia came, and the sun and the moon and the spirits and our ancestors. And oh, it was beautiful. It was transformational." I was like, "Really?" And I just felt like something was weird. And I said, "How was the girl who we both knew her energy was bad?" "She was fine. Oh my gosh, we patched things up. Everything is..." I just was feeling into it. Didn't feel right. When I hung up the phone with her, I just got this download. And I could see that they took her. They swapped her out. They took her. And who I talked to wasn't her. She was an inner earth. And then we channeled it, me and some of the girls, who both, one was a fallen angel and the other one, she took money to try to take me out. And the one that took money to try to take me out, I will say that she was aligned with me. She actually was aligned. She was I guess you would call soul family. Yeah, so she has fallen. Such a shock. Anyway, so I knew. I got the download. I knew that she had been swapped out. I could see what happened. And I could see her in a cave with this man who was like a monkey. He was half monkey, half man. And he was guarding her. And she wasn't scared or anything. She didn't know what they were going to do to her. But anyway, we all channeled it. And yeah. Something told me that we needed to stop channeling it because they could feel us channeling it, and they were trying to feel where we were. And maybe that had something to do with the fallen who was in on it, probably letting them know that we were doing it, even though she was doing it too. So, yeah, we pulled our energy back. And since then, I have channeled her a couple of times, but it was a long time ago. I haven't tried to channel her in a while. And I have seen her best friend having a good old time. And a message for her best friend: judgment is coming for you. You better believe it. Judgment is coming for you. I saw right through you. Okay. What else? So, that is her story. She was taken out. And then, so I was on the phone. I sent her an email. I said, "We are no longer aligned. Our energy is no longer aligned." And she said, "I know. I knew that." And I said, "Okay, well, best of luck." And she said, "Thank you, you too." And I deleted everything from her. She deleted everything from me. And that's kind of how it goes in this kind of work. And yeah. So that is her story, and I will leave it there. I actually will tell another story, but I'll start a new video for the other story back soon. Thanks for listening.